أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In this video, inshallah, we will look at chapter 7 of book 3 for the Islamic Studies course. And inshallah, chapter 7 will continue to cover the topic of fasting or as-siyam. Okay, so it's part 2 of fasting. And as we will remember from part 1 and from the previous Islamic studies books, fasting is the fourth pillar of Islam. So as Muslims, it is important that every year during the month of Ramadan, we make our fast. That means not eating, not drinking between dusk, sunrise, and dawn, sunset. We also avoid bad behavior and other things which Allah does not like. And inshallah, by getting used to doing these good deeds and behaving well during Ramadan, we can continue during the rest of the year to be better Muslims, inshallah. For 1 month every year, Muslims show their thankfulness to Allah in a special way. They fast during the month of Ramadan. Fasting in this month is the fourth pillar of Islam. As the Islamic calendar follows the moon, the month of Ramadan falls at a different time each year. There are several reasons for keeping this fast. The most important of them all is that it is the command of Allah to do so. It is one of the pillars of Islam. It helps us become pious. It is the teaching of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Fasting reminds Muslims of the hardship of the poor. So when we can't eat or drink for most of the day, we gain empathy. We learn to understand how others who are unable to eat or drink feel. Okay, so that's what it means by understanding, reminding us of the hardships of the poor. By feeling what they feel, that hunger and that thirst that they have to feel every day for that small amount of time, it makes us more understanding of their situation, and inshallah softens our heart towards them and allows us to be better people who are more generous and charitable, inshallah. During the whole month of Ramadan, Muslims do not eat or drink during the hours of daylight. This means they must get up before dawn while it is still dark to have their meal called suhoor. From the moment of the breaking of dawn, Muslims can have neither food nor drink until sunset. Once the sun has set, they can break the fast, which is called iftar. Okay, and here's a picture of some milk and water, dates, fruit, which might be used to break our fast to begin our iftar. We Muslims often break our fast by eating a few dates. It is the way of Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So breaking the fast of dates is the sunnah. It is something that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam did. It is during the month of Ramadan that Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam began to receive the words of the glorious Quran. The noble Quran is Allah's most precious gift to man. The month of Ramadan and fasting during it is the anniversary of the glorious Quran. It is therefore the time of giving thanks. It is the time to thank Allah for all his gifts. It is the time to remember that man should rely on Allah for everything. Fasting teaches us self-discipline. It makes us aware of Allah. So we already mentioned that by not having these things, we understand how others who don't have these things may feel. But it also teaches us to appreciate what we do have, the blessings we have been given by Allah. And because Allah gives us everything, this is a good time for us to be reminded of and remember Allah. During Ramadan, making zikr, praying, sunnah prayers, extra prayers, these are all good things to do during Ramadan because it is that reminder of Allah, of the blessings that he has given us at a time when we are reminding ourselves that we have these blessings, inshallah, and that we've been given these blessings by Allah. Islam teaches us that there is no God but Allah. A Muslim must live a life that is pleasing to Allah. That means putting Allah's commands before his own desires. When a Muslim fasts, he obeys the command of Allah and puts Allah's command before his wants and needs. Fasting is a shield against evil. It builds up the strength to resist evil that comes in the way of a Muslim. This helps him to say no to the temptations in his everyday life. So as we mentioned, we don't eat or drink between sunset and sunrise during Ramadan, but also during Ramadan, we try to do less of those bad deeds that we may have done during the year. So we don't lie or behave in other ways that are not Islamic. And hopefully by doing this during Ramadan, it helps us, it shows us that we have the strength to resist them. We do them less. And then inshallah, the rest of the year and the rest of our life, we can continue to not do these things. Every night when the fast is broken, the meal is like a celebration. Muslims thank Allah for giving them the power to keep the fast that day. There are people among the Muslims who are not expected to fast. Travelers and those who are sick do not have to fast. They should make up for the missed number of days when they are able to do so. So Allah, He has mercy, and if there is a reason you are not able to fast, if you are ill or if you are traveling and so fasting is difficult, Allah, He gives you an exemption from fasting. You do not have to fast, but when you are able to fast again, you make up the days that you have missed. So if you have missed 5 days because you were ill, then after Ramadan, when you're feeling better again, you fast 5 days. If you were traveling for 2 days, then after Ramadan, when you are no longer traveling, you can fast those days again in place of the ones that you have missed. You will learn about fasting in detail later on, inshallah. Okay. So now there are some exercises for you to complete. Inshallah, please do these in your own time. Take your time over answering the questions. Think about them carefully. And then once you've done so, check your answers with a parent, a teacher, or another adult to see that you have completed them correctly, inshallah. And if there's anything that was unclear, inshallah, they were able to help you understand it. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.